Hello? Are we there? Unplug and plug back in is what the way forward.
I think. Is it working now? Yep, okay. So it was already plugged in, but I just unplugged it and replugged it back in, and there we go. No, yes sounds. Okay. Hello. I don't know what happened there, but hello, 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 hello. How is everybody? Are we okay? Hello. Have we had a good weekend? Have I got your email? I don't know off the top of my head, Tash. I have been on emails, but at the same time, I don't always do emails over the weekend. Off the top of my head, I don't know. If it was from Friday, Friday night's live. Oh, I remember now, Tash. Yes, I do have your email. It was about the earrings and anklet, wasn't it? Have I not replied? If not, you should have a reply on we're back in the office sort of daytime. Oh, bless you. No, it's absolutely fine, my lovely. Hi, Ross. Hi, Nikki. Tracy. Hi, Amy. I'm fine, thank you. How are you? Had a awesome weekend hanging today, though. Bless you, Kirsty. But I'm glad you had a good weekend. How is everybody? I've had a really busy weekend. I've also drilled and setting everything from Friday night. So that's already drilled. It's been setting, and I've had a busy weekend with the family as well. And it's Bank Holiday Monday tomorrow. So yeah, I sort of said to Aaron, should we just go on a long dog walk tomorrow? Sort of have a chilled day, but still doing something. So hopefully it's going to be more chilled tomorrow. Oh, bless you, Lindsay. Well, I'm glad it's not broken, and I hope it heals soon. Thank you, Kelly. Right, today is... Oh, bless you, Ross. Let me have a look. You're actually up first, my lovely. Is it Roz? Is it Roz? I hope that's right. You're up first, my lovely. Dispatched? No, not dispatched emails. What is it? Opening day emails have been sent. But you're here and you're up first, so yes, it is tonight, my lovely. I hope that's okay. So today is a normal live. We still don't have mystery oysters. We do have all of the others available. So the surprise bag, which is a mix of all of them, and the 4 pearl oysters in there as well. Then you've got dark rainbow, light rainbow, normal oysters as well. Then we do have our 25 pearl and 4 pearl oysters as well. The order list was posted on the page around 6:30, so if you would like to order, you can still do so. You can still get added onto the order list for today. I'll do an updated order list once I get to the end of the current order list. Okay, I'm just refreshing that. I've just seen that there's orders come in, so I will do an updated order list once I get to the end of this one. We still have the Lucky Dip available. I don't know how many's left of that, so that's going to probably keep running for definitely tonight and Tuesday's live, and then we'll see how it's going before we sort of say if it's finished or not, if that makes sense. Okay, so Roz, my lovely, you're up first, and you do have one opening altogether. You would like to have a surprise oyster. Perfect. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And is there certain colours that you're hoping for? So let me get this open for you. And let's go down. So is that... oh, I've just moved everything. Donate the shells and anything. Okay, So let's open this up for you, Roz. There's one side and the other side. And in here you are twinning. And you're twinning with Candy Floss Pink Twins, my lovely. Now it does look like one pink is slightly darker than the other one here. So I'm just going to dry them up for you and then I'll hold them up so you can see. If you're happy with these, Roz, that's perfect. And if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. So you've got a lighter and a darker pink. If I hold them up, the darker one is the one that's just on this side here. So you can see that there. Beautiful natural light coming in today. I've got the blind all the way open and natural light. I love it. Obviously, as it starts getting darker, I will have to pop the lights on. But for now, that's perfect lighting. So if I run these through the board for you, the lighter of the pinks is not a 5, not a 5.5, he's a 6. And the slightly darker of the two is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. So they are measuring slightly different sizes there. So it's going to be completely up to you, my lovely, on what you would like to do. Are you happy with those? Good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to everybody joining today. Swap the smaller, lighter one for a greyish silver. Of course you can. So let me just grab that for you. If we go for this one here. Are you happy with these here, my lovely? Just going to bring you back up again. However, if that's not the correct kind of silver, do let me know and I'll grab you a different one. That's perfect. No, you're very, very welcome. So, Roz, that's safe in here. Thank you for the donations with your shells, my lovely. And I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. Do keep in mind that there won't be a postal run on Monday, guys, because it is bank holiday. So the next postal run will be Tuesday or Wednesday, but I think more so Tuesday. Just thinking, yeah, I think it's more so Tuesday. But Roz, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Up next today is Ashley Lamb. Ashley, are you here? Ashley, hello. Ashley, you have got a lucky dip. So you've got the first lucky dip of the day. So we're just going to dive in and give these a quick mix and then we'll pull your one out. So, oh, sorry, again, pulling two out. I have to keep telling myself. So what will happen is we'll pull two out and then you get to pick which one of these you get to keep. And then the other one... Is that one? Yeah, the other one goes back in the bag. So two have come out here that I haven't seen come out of the bag yet. So we're starting with two different ones. Okay. Oh, thank you, Sharon. So let's go down. Ashley, your first cage is the camera cage pendant. Now, if I hold this one this way, it might make more sense. Your pearl actually sits in the lens of the camera. So you see the pearl right in the centre there, and if I turn it sideways, in the lens of the camera there. And then you've got all the detail at the back with the camera at the back there. Okay, so as you can see, it does hold one pearl. So that's the camera cage. And then cage number 2 is the maple leaf cage pendant. So again, this one can hold one pearl, and it is a maple leaf. So lots of detail on this one. And again, your pearl will sit in the centre of this one, so you'll see the pearl through the detail of the leaf there. On the reverse side, it does just have the open cage, but I would say that it sits more so this way round. So you've got the maple leaf and the camera cage. What do you think? Which one would you like? Can you have the maple leaf? Of course you can. So I'm just going to bring you back up again, and I'm going to pop the camera back. So you're going to keep the maple leaf. So that one comes with one oyster opening. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells, Ashley? There we go. Surprise bag, happy with anything, and donate the shells. Okay, so good luck. Your surprise bag oyster. Let me get him open. And then let's go down. I think I've knocked the camera again. Let me just see if I can. There we go. I think that might be a bit better. So your surprise bag oyster. There's one side. And the other side, which has brought out a runaway pearl there. You have a blue pearl pop out. And I'm just going to have a squidge to see if there's any more, Ashley. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so I'm just going to hold him up so you can see. Ashley, what do you think to this blue? It's a mix between a Pepsi and a TARDIS blue. It's sort of that in-between shade. Pepsi and TARDIS blue there. I hope you're happy with him. If I run him through the board for you, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Just going to bring you back up again. Kelly, yep, it will be done today. I'll do an updated order list once we get to the end of the current one. Cara, thank you. They are like our hoop star earrings on the website. Louisa, this is actually a jumpsuit. I've never worn I don't even have a onesie, but yeah, this is a jumpsuit, so it's the same pattern all the way down. I've got a cardigan with it, and it's either from Yours Clothing or Simply Be. I want to say it's from Simply Be. Yeah, I think it's more so Simply Be. Leanne, good evening. Carol, hello. Now, Ashley, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Thank you ever so much for the donations of your shells there. and I hope you're happy with it. Camera doesn't do it justice, just how stunning the pearls and jewellery is in real life. Oh, bless you, Ashley. Well, I'm glad you're happy with it, honestly, and you're very, very welcome. I've popped that safely up there for you. Sorry, I'm just looking for my itchy... Oh, there it is. I've got itchy nose. Louisa, you're very welcome. And Lisa, thank you ever so much for the stars there. Hello, Becky. Right, up next today is Tracy Burton. Tracy, are you here? Good evening, Angela. Tracy, hello. And that's Tracy Holland here. That's perfect. So Tracy, you have got two. Oh, I'm ever so sorry, that one snuck up on me. You've got two openings altogether. What two oysters would you like, Tracy? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? I'm fine, thank you, Madeline. I hope you're well as well. Light rainbow and donate the shells. Perfect. Now, is there certain colours you're hoping for, Tracy? So oyster number 1 and number 2. Let me get these open. There's number 1. And number 2. And then let's go down. Expand the rainbow oyster number 1. There's one side. And the other side. And in here you've got a slight runaway there. But I can also see, Tracy, with your first oyster, you are twinning. And you're twinning with lemon yellows there. Almost sort of going into that pastel-y lemon kind of tone. Let me dry them up for you. Now, I haven't seen if you was waiting on any certain colours. These are lovely, but of course we'll see what you think. So let me pop them on here. And there are your lemony, almost pastel yellow twins. And then moving on to your oyster number 2. So again, this one is from the Expand the Rainbow oyster. There's one side and the other side. Oh, and straight away you've got a candy floss pink. And there's no more in that one. So 2 lemon yellows and a candy floss pink. Now again, I'm just going to dry this one up for you, and then I'll hold them up so you can see. The pink does look, oh, where's he gone? There he is. Does look like he's definitely a larger size than your twins there. Here they are in the sand. Tracy, if you're happy with these, I'll need to know which pearls you'd like on which item of jewellery. And if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. So twinning lemon yellows and a candy floss pink. If I run them through the board for you, Your lemon yellow number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Lemon yellow number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And your candy floss pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5. Tracy, what do you think to these? What do you think, my lovely? Swap the pink for a purple. Let me have a look. The first purple I get to is a Cadbury Purple. So have a look here, see if you're happy with this purple. Thank you, Aaron. And if you are, that's perfect. If you prefer to go for a different shade, do let me know. Let me have a look. This one, I'm guessing. Yes, Chantel, there is space available for today, so if you would like to order, that's absolutely fine. So purple, and you're happy with that purple, perfect. Tracy, which colour would you like on which item? Just bringing you back up here, and if I pop them on here, but which colour on which item? So I've just popped the pearls on there safely for you. Laura, bless you, thank you for the stars there. Purple, I haven't got a pen out yet today. Purple for the pendant and invoice for a yellow on the bracelet and a hoop fitting on the other. So purple on there, yellow on there, and you'd like to be invoiced for a hoop on the other yellow pearl. Okay, I've got that down for you. The invoice for the extra hoop fitting, that will get sent across tomorrow for you. It will go to the email address that's on the order form. So I hope you're happy with that, Tracy, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, and that's safe up there for you. Thank you, Kevin. Perfect. Up next today, up next today then is Anna Mullen. Anna, are you here? Oh wow, Emilia, thank you ever so much for the stars there. And Tracy, you're very, very welcome. Anna, Mullen. Oh, Anna, you are here. Hello. So you have a lucky dip cage pendant. So we're just going to give them a good mix first, my lovely. Is there anything in particular that you're hoping for? Okay, so there's a good mix, and I'm going to pull 2 out for you. I think is that 1 bag there? So that's 1. And then, what's it going to be? There we go, that's 1 bag there. Oh, all the others went back in. Okay, so let's get these 2 open. Oh. Let me pop these on here. These are 2 completely different styles here. Oh wow, Ord, bless you. Thank you ever so much for the stars there as well. So let's go down for cage pendant number 1. So the first one is the spider cage pendant. So you can see on the reverse side, that's where your pearl sits, and that pearl colour will be showing around where the spider's legs are, near the body. Now this has got a black enamel on the spider to give it that colouring, and it's one of our Halloween themed cage pendants, I should say. So spider cage pendant. And the second one, I believe on the website it's called the royal cage pendant, because it's like the royal crown. Can you see at the bottom here, it's got that detailing, then it has its spikes and goes into that bit at the top. A lot of people do say that this could be a hot air balloon as well. However, we do have a hot air balloon cage pendant, and it does have the basket at the bottom here as well. So I believe that this is the royal cage pendant. Okay, and as again, this one can hold 1 pearl, and you'll be able to see the pearl all the way around in this one, in between each of the lined details. So you've got the spider cage pendant and the royal cage pendant. Anna, you would like the royal one? Of course you can. Let me bring you back up, and I'll pop this spider back in the bag. So with that one, it does have, there we go, it does have 1 oyster opening. What type of oyster would you like, Anna? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Got that Rise Up song in my head. Oh wow, Nicole, thank you for the stars there. That's ever so kind of you. Stars party achieved? I don't think we've ever achieved a stars party before. What does it mean? Hang on, let me just read it. Your audience sent 560 stars in 5 minutes. Say thanks. I mean, thank you. Wow. I mean, I know we always activate them, but I don't think we've ever achieved it. I don't think so. So thank you, everybody. Oh. But Anna, we've got the royal cage pendant for you. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate those shells? Oh, did you, Sophie? Oh, I didn't get the streamers. Oh, I don't get the streamers. Oh wait, did this happen before then? Oh, I can't remember. Surprise bag, Anna. Streamers and stars. That's really cool. Right, so surprise bag. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And Anna, are there certain colours you're hoping for? Let's go down. So in your surprise oyster. Oh, there's one side. And the other side. I thought it may have been, as soon as you said about the things flying across the screen, I thought, oh, I think that did happen before then. Wow, my memory is terrible. Anna, you are quadding. You are quadding with your surprise oyster here, which means you have got 4 pearls in that one oyster. There's no more in that one. So if I dry these up for you, oh, run away. Whoop, whoop. Which means you've got these 4 pearls to swap in and out of that cage pendant. You've got lemon and lime, which is an apple green and a lemon yellow, a black cherry and a brighter pink. So if I hold them up here for you, a apple green, lemon yellow, quite nice brighter yellow actually, isn't he? Deep dark black cherry and a brighter pink. Anna, I hope you're happy with those, my lovely. If I run them through the board, your pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Your black cherry is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. The yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And the apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. Oh, not a 6.5. And you have a 7 with that one. I've just brought you back up again and I'm popping your pearls in here for you. No, Anna, you're very, very welcome. I hope you're happy with everything there. Just going to pop your pearls on there. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well. The cherry is perfect. Let me pop down. I'll put the cherry in it to send it home to you in. Of course, you'll be able to change it, but I'll pop the cherry in to start with. Anna, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, and that's safe up there for you. Right, up next then today is Cindy Brown. Cindy, are you here? He makes such good tea. Nicola, hello. I'm fine, thank you, Samantha. I hope you're well as well. And Cindy, hello, hello, hello. Cindy, you have a lucky cage dip. Surprise and donate the shells. Perfect. We'll grab that in just a moment and we'll do your cage dip first. So again, I'm just going to go in and give them a good mix. Okay, so if I pull the 2 out, is that, no, I felt one drop, which means I think that's one there. And I think I've got 2. Okay, there we go, that's 1. And 2. Oh, okay. Just going to pop them on your card for you, Cindy. And you get to pick which one of these you would like. Okay, so let's go down. your first one, and this is Ollie the Owl, I believe. And he is Ollie the Owl sitting on his branch. He does have blue enamel in his little hat at the bottom. He does have black enamel on his eyes, and there is brown in between the sticks of his broom there. The pearl, it holds one pearl and it goes in the centre of his Mr. Owl. Oh, sorry, he has white on his eyes as well. And you see the colour of the pearl in his belly there. Okay, so Ollie the Owl cage pendant for your first one. And then number 2, and this is the cross cage pendant. So as you can see here, it is a cross shape overall. And your pearl will get set right in the centre there, and then you'll be able to see the pearl colour through the centre there. And then you've got lots of detail. Oh, it's slipping down. Let me just pull it back up. It's got lots of detail in and around that cross there as well. So 2 completely different styles again here. What do you think? Would you prefer Ollie the Owl or the, I believe it's on the website, it's called the decorative cross cage pendant? So the decorative cross or Mr. Ollie? Can you have the cross? Of course you can. Let me bring you back up and we'll pop Mr. Ollie the Owl back in the bag. Okay, and you said before that you would like a surprise oyster and you'd like to donate your shells. Cindy, is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? Oh, Lisa, bless you. Thank you ever so much for the stars there. So there we go. He's open, Cindy, and let's go down. Okay, so in your surprise oyster, there's one side. Oh, and the other side. And in here, you've got a gorgeous deep blue pearl there. There's no more in that one. Now, let me just dry him up for you so we can see what colour he is. He's a deeper TARDIS blue. Look at him. If I hold him up so you can see. Cindy, what do you think to this one? I hope you're happy with him. Let me run him through the board for you. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5. Beautiful, perfect. He is yours. So again, let me just bring you up here. And if I pop him on here, Cindy, I hope you're happy with everything there. That's safe up there for you. And again, I hope that you'll be happy with everything as well once it arrives. Beautiful, perfect. Okay, so then up next today is Sandra Waite. Sandra, are you here? Happy, happy, happy. Perfect, Cindy. And again, you're very, very welcome. Sandra, wait, are you here? Oh, Sandy. And that's perfect. Thank you for confirming with the second part of the email address there. Now, Sandy, we'll do the lucky dips first, and then we'll do the oysters afterwards, if that's okay with you. So you've got 2 lucky dips here. So is it okay with you if I pulled 4 out and then you pick which 2 you would like from the 4? I can do 2 and 2. If I did it that way, you may have the risk of me pulling the same one out twice, if that makes sense. So if you're happy, I'll pull 4 and then you pick 2. It's up to you, but I'm just going to give them a mix while I wait for your answer to come through. Yes, that's fine. Okay, perfect. So let's get your 4. 1. 2. 3. Oh, I've got a few. And 4. Let me just pop these runaways back in. There we go. Oh, there's a runaway there as well. Okay. Okay, so we've got 2 themed ones, which are sort of the same theme, and then 2 which are not. So I'm just going to go down and we're going to see if we can show you them without popping them on the card to start with. Oh, actually, no, this one here needs to go on the card just because he has got a lot of detail. Okay, so your first one is from the Halloween themed section, if you like. And okay, so your pearl, it holds 1 pearl. Your pearl sits in the centre and you see your pearl right through the centre there. Now at the top here you've got this bat, and he does have black enamel in his wings, and then it's got little bats which are in and decorated on around the cage pendant as well. Okay. Oh, and he's got a little bit of red on him at the top there. So this is the bat cage pendant to start with there. And then matching his theme, and you have the pumpkin smiles cage pendant. So again, your pearl sits in here and you'll be able to see the pearl through the face of the pumpkin. Also, if you turn the cage pendant around, it's more open at the back, so you can also see the pearl there. Again, this one holds 1 pearl, so that's the pumpkin cage pendant. You then have Mr. Seahorse. Now, he's come out a couple of times actually. So this is the Seahorse cage pendant. He holds 1 pearl and it sits in his belly here. He's got the detailing with his fins along his back, and he does have a little bit of a crystal as his eye. So that's the Seahorse cage pendant. And then last but not least, this one's got a lot of detail as well. So let me see if I can pop this one on here for you. And this is the Celebration cage pendant. Okay, now let's see. So at the front of the cage pendant, it is overall a bottle. Okay, now with this bottle, it has got cut out going round little love hearts. So all the cut out areas, little love hearts, and then at the back, it's got this crisscross design where you can see your pearls, then back to the side with the love hearts. On the front, if you can see here, is a bow which is encrusted with zircon crystals. Let me just get it focused. There we go. So it's a bow encrusted with zircon crystals. So it's a bottle with your bow on the front, cutouts of hearts, and then the crisscross on the back if you didn't want to have the bow at the front. Okay, so that's the Celebration cage pendant. Now this one could hold definitely 1 pearl, and if they were smaller pearls, you could actually fit 2 in there, but definitely 1, depending on the size of the pearl, possibly 2. Okay, so you've got, oh, and you already know, bat and bottle. Okay, let me put the pumpkin back. the Seahorse back, and then you have Bat and Bottle. Perfect. So with those then, they come with 2 oyster openings. What 2 oysters would you like, and would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Surprise and donate the shells. Perfect. Is there certain colours you're hoping for? So number 1 and number 2. I think I need to start grabbing that bag by the handle. Honestly, there's tinsel, like little bits of tinsel, just like, oh, I've just dropped it, but like just the thin little bits of tinsel are coming out, keep coming about everywhere. Right, let's go down. So, surprise oyster number 1. There's one side. Love all colours, Sandy. Okay. And the other side. Beverly, good morning. Oh, did you see that? Flying out of there, you are twinning lemon yellow twins there. There's no more in that one. So twinning lemon yellows. Let me just dry them up for you. And then in here. Now visually it does look like you've got one yellow which is slightly larger than the other there. And then moving on to your oyster number 2, which again is your surprise oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here you are twinning for a second time, Sandy. And you're twinning with pink twins here. So lemon yellow twins and pink twins. I hope you're happy with these. With the pinks, again, visually, it does look like you've got one which is slightly darker than the other. And possibly the lighter of the 2 is a different size. But again, that might be just the colouring that's making it look different there. So we will measure them for you. You love them. Perfect. If I run them through the board for you, your lemon yellow number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Lemon yellow number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. So they are measuring at different sizes there. Pink number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And pink number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Okay, so they are measuring the same size, just slightly different shades. Okay, so I've just popped all of these in here for you, Sandy. And then you have a additional 8 oysters. So with your 8 oysters, which 8 would you like? And are we donating the shells with those ones? I'll quickly just show you guys what we do with the donated shells. So here's just a quick example. My mum works in a nursery, so the shells get cleaned up and sanitised and they go to the nursery who use them in different activities. So this is just 2 of the activities that they use them in. Yellow bat, pink bottle, lobster on the others. Love that. Okay, so bat, yellow, bottle, pink, and then invoice for lobster on the other 2. Perfect. I've got that down for you. And surprise again and donate the shells. Okay. So with these ones, is there certain colours you're hoping for? Also, with these ones, you can swap the colours. That's number 3. So if you're not happy with these, we can swap them. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let me get these open for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so Sandy, let's go down and open up your first oyster. So these are all from the surprise bag here. There's one side and the other side. And your first oyster, I can see a lighter apple green. And there's no more in that one. So first one, we have a lighter apple green. Let's pop him in the sand for you. I'm just going to pop him over here. And then moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side. Oh, and the other side. And in here. And you're twinning. And you're twinning with blush pink twins there. There's no more in that one. Now with these pinks, it does visually look like you've got one which is again slightly darker than his twin. So the darker one's going to be to the centre there, and possibly the darker one's slightly larger as well. But again, we'll measure them at the end. I am just leaving space in between them, just so I've got lots of space for all of the pearls we're opening, and then at the end I can move them together so we can see them all together. Okay. So opening up your next, oh, there we go, oyster. One side and the other side. And in here you are quadding. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there's no more in that one. So you've got 4 pearls in there. And if I dry these up for you as well. So you have got a coral, TARDIS blue, dark purple, and a steel blue. So steel blue is a base silver with like a purpley overtone. Okay, so quadding on your third oyster there. Moving on to your next oyster. There's one side. Guys, ignore that number, okay? And the other side. And again in here, you are twinning. So second set of twins there. And there's no more in that one. And these are larger twins as well. So let me just pop them in there for you. And then moving on to your next oyster, let's just move all these down. There's one side and the other side. And in here we have another pink sandy. And there's no more in that one. Now let me see if I can get this focused. I'm actually going to pop this pink at the top next to the first single green, just so then the single pearls are going to be together. So far, single pink and a single apple green, twinning pinks and twinning apple green, and then a quadding coral, TARDIS blue, dark purple and steel blue. 3 oysters to go. So moving on to your next oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here you are twinning for a 3rd time. There's no more in that one. And these are twinning lemon yellow twins. Lots of yellows are coming out today actually, aren't they? So visually again it does look like there's one which is slightly larger than his twin there. Lucky you like pinks and yellows. Yes, exactly. I'm just changing the kitchen towel over because that one got quite full. So moving on to the last of your 2 oysters now. Pink, yellow and pinks. Oh, pink, yellows and greens. I mean, that's even better, Sandy. So in here, there's one side and the other side. In this one, we have a darker pearl. I haven't seen her yet, Jitter. I hope she's okay. There's no more in that one. And we have a dark purple pearl here. So again, I'm just going to pop this one at the top alongside the other single pearls, okay? So hopefully you can sort of see the layout that I've gone with here. And then you've got your last oyster. So in this one, there's one side and the other side. And we have a lighter pearl there. And you have a creamy coloured natural pearl. And there's no more in that one. So let me dry him up for you. And again, I'm going to pop this one at the top so we have 4 single pearls in the row and then the quadding oyster underneath them. Sandy, what do you think to all of these? Now, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you. And if you'd like some time to think about it, you can take a screenshot and email me if you prefer. So you've got the single pearls at the top, you've got a cream, dark purple, pink and apple green. You've got the quadding colours under that, which is coral, TARDIS blue, dark purple and steel blue. And then you've got twinning blush pinks, twinning apple greens and twinning lemon yellows. Just measure the largest and smallest. Okay, so the pink, single pink may be the smallest. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. I'm going to measure the cream. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Steel blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And the TARDIS blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. So the smallest is a 6.5. Largest, we need to try the yellow twin. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And then the other green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. Good. Oh, I thought he was a 9. Let me just put him through the 8.5 again. He is an 8.5. I thought he was a 9 then. Oh, it was so close. Swap 1 twin yellow and apple green for burgundy red and dove grey. I'll take the smaller of the 2 twins because the greens and yellows, they do look like they're slightly different sizes. It was so close, Sandy. Oh, right, dove grey and burgundy red. Let's have a little look. Oh, that's drop-in pearls. That's a nice bright one there. Okay, just have a look at these two here that I've added in and let me know if these shades are okay for you. Are those okay for you there, my lovely? Just going to bring you back up again. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so Sandy, let me pop these in here. Okay, so just to confirm, is just the two from earlier on lobster, and we're leaving these loose for your cages? Just confirm that that's correct for me. If so, the invoice for the 2 lobster fittings, that will get sent across for you tomorrow, and that will go to the email address that's on the order form. Thank you ever so much for the donations as well with your shells, Sandy, and I have just popped that on there. Lobster on all of them. So on the other loose ones as well. Just confirm for me if that's the case. Not just the 2, but on all of the pearls there. Oh, bless you, Selena. Well, welcome, and you'll be added onto the order list for today, okay? Yep, okay, I've got that down for you then, Sandy. Good job I asked then, because I just had it down for the 2. Right, so yes, that invoice will get sent across tomorrow for you then. And again, I hope you are happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. Up next and today is Emma Abson. Emma, are you here? Emma, hello, hello, hello. Now, Emma, you have got 2 lucky dips as well. So again, are you happy for me to pull 4 out altogether and then you pick which 2 you would like from those? Or would you prefer to do a 2 and then pick which one and then another 2? Again, I'll let you know, it may have the risk of pulling out the one that you put back, if that makes sense, if we do it that way. But if you don't mind about that, then and you prefer to do it that way, that's absolutely fine. Just sort of because I've given everyone the option if they've picked 2. Just what would you prefer? For the 4, perfect. So again, I'm just going to give them a quick mix. So good luck. Okay, so there's 1. Oh, I think that is that 1. That is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Put that one back in because it jumped out. Okay. Oh, Mr. Seahorse has made his way back out again. Oh, quite nice selection here. So let's go down. We're going to show you the Seahorse to start with, as that one did come out just a moment ago. So here is Mr. Seahorse. Again, it holds one pearl, and that's in his belly there. Detail on his fans. I keep calling them fans. Fins, dearie me, at the back. And he's got his crystal for his eye. So that is Mr. Seahorse there. This one is one of my favourite animal ones, and he is the Fantail fish cage pendant. So first of all, beautiful fantail at the bottom. The pearl sits in the belly of the fish, and you can see that pearl shown all the way around there. The fish does have some crystals for its eyes, and if you're looking down, you can sort of see the "oh" of the fish as it's blowing a bubble. So that's the Fantail fish cage pendant. We then have the pumpkin carriage cage pendant. So this is a pumpkin carriage. If we can get him focused, if not, I'll pop him. Let me pop him on the card for you. Oh, twisted, there we go. So overall it is a pumpkin carriage. It's got the cutouts of the hearts in the centre, which is where you're going to be able to see your pearl, and again it holds one pearl here. So you can see the detail of the pumpkin at the top and the shape with the ridges coming down the sides. You've then got 4 darker wheels to make up the carriage, and this one is the same on both sides, so it doesn't matter which way round this one is showing. Okay, and then the last one is the Love cage pendant. So that's L-O-V-E. Now this is showing backwards for you. That's because you're seeing a mirror image. Obviously it will be the correct way round. So that's L, and then in the O of the Love is where your pearl will sit, and then you've got the V and the E. So the O is thicker because that's where the pearl will sit, if that makes sense. If I just hold it like this, be able to see that the wording go. Oh, actually if I turn it around, you can see, there you go, that's what it would look like, but you wouldn't have the bulge of the cage coming out because it's flatter on that side. But that's the script, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's the L-O-V-E cage pendant. So what do you think, Emma? Which 2 would you like? If I go through them again quickly, you've got the Seahorse. Nope, he doesn't want to focus now. Okay, so you've got the Seahorse, you've got the Fantail, you've got the L-O-V-E, and you have the pumpkin carriage. Which 2 would you like? Can you have the Love and the pumpkin? Of course you can. So L-O-V-E and pumpkin. So Seahorse, you're going back again, my friend. And Fantail, you're going back as well. So with these 2 then, my lovely, you've got 2 oyster openings and a 4 pearl oyster. So I'm going to grab the 4 pearl oyster for you. What 2 other oysters would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? So your 4 pearl oyster. What other 2 oysters would you like? Seahorse and Fish would be your choice. Would they, Beverly? Fantail and Carriage would be yours, Linda. See, that's why all of us have different preferences, don't we? We all have different choices. So it's, yeah, it's interesting. I think mine would have to be the Fantail. And out of those, possibly the Pumpkin Carriage, just because it does remind me of a certain Disney reference. So yeah, out of those two, I think those would be my choices. Surprise, and please can you keep the 4-pearl shell and donate the surprise shells? Of course you can. So we'll open up the 4-pearl oyster shell first, because that's already open here. So I'll pop him on the kitchen towel ready. So I'll do him first, and then the surprise ones will open up afterwards. Not a problem at all. Would there be certain colours that you're hoping for here, Emma? So let's go down. So this is your 4-pearl oyster here, and we'll open him up first. So in here, there's one side and the other side, and in here, oh, 1, 2, 3 and 4, you are quadding, and there's no more in that one. Now we're just going to clean these shells up, and then we're going to have a closer look at those pearls. Okay. Okay, so from your 4-pearl quadding oyster, if I dry these up for you, running away around everywhere. You've got a candy floss pink, a lighter autumn peach, you've got a icy blue and a dark purple. Candy floss pink, autumn peach, icy blue and purple. And then moving on to, these are your 2 surprise oysters. So surprise oyster number 1, there's one side and the other side, and in here you have a blurple pearl. So a blurple is a mix between a blue and a purple. So you can sort of see both blue and purple tones in this coloured pearl. So if I hold him up so you can see. So in some lights he does look purple, in some lights he looks blue. So gorgeous 2-tonal blurple pearl there. And then moving on to your last oyster, and again this one here is the surprise oyster. There's one side and the other side, and backwards runaway, you have a autumn peach, and you're twinning autumn peaches there. Now these look like they're slightly brighter than the autumn peach you got in your quadding oyster. Let me just hold them up for you. Oh, bless you, Emma. What do you think to these? Now the pearls from your 4-pearl oyster, so the top row, if you're not happy with them, we can swap. The pearls on the bottom row we can't swap, as they're with obviously the lucky dips. So just let me know what you think, and yeah, what you'd like to do. So top row, candy floss pink, a lighter autumn peach, icy blue and dark purple. You've got a blurple, and then twinning autumn peaches as well. If I run them through the board, dark purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Lighter autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And candy floss pink's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Autumn peach number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Autumn peach number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7, so they're the same size there. And then your blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He is an 8. What do you think to these, my lovely? Just going to bring you back up. However, if, like I said, you prefer to swap, we can do so. I'm just wrapping up the shells for you of the ones from the 4 pearl oyster that you'd like to keep. Oh, can we swap the lighter autumn peach? We can indeed. Let's go back down again. And we'd like to swap that for a deep red. And the dark purple for a sea green. So peach and purple are coming away. A deeper burgundy red and a sea green. Okay, if you just have a little look at these colours here and just confirm if you're happy with those. So red and green. Bringing you back up again. Are you happy with that? Fab, they're lovely, perfect. We pop all of these in here for you. Emma, I'm glad you're happy with that then, my lovely. Let's pop these on here. Thank you for the donations with your shells there, and I've kept your 4 pearl ones and they're nicely and safely wrapped up as well. So that's all safe in there, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Okay, perfect. Hello, Bronnie. We was talking about you earlier. I hope you're okay. So I'm about to do an updated order list. Okay, so if you've ordered, you'll hear whereabouts you are. And then if you would like to order, there is still space available for today. So let me just refresh this and then we'll do an updated order list. Okay, so up next is going to be Lindsay Kinlock. And then we've got Mystery Person, 22600. Then we have Kelly Peck. Paula Mcgee. Debra Ingham. And Selena Hodges. Okay, so that's... Oh, I've just popped them on the wrong column. Let me move them over. That's 6 people on the order list. So if you would like to order, there's still space available for today and it's not too long a wait at all. Okay, so let me just update the order list on the page. So there's going to be a dotted line and then the new order list, so you can see where the new order list is. And then I'll pop it in the comments as well. So that's just posting on the page. There we go. And then pop that in the comments for you. Perfect. So I've got itchy cheek now. Oh, and you watch, I've just itched all my makeup off. Oh. And Lindsay, I can see you. Hello, hello, hello. Lindsay, you have a lucky cage dip. Let me just mix them up for you and we'll pull 2 out for you to choose from. Okay, so good luck, my lovely. There's 1. Come on. And 2. Oh, now these are 2 quite different cages here, Lindsay. So quite unusual ones for you to pick between. So let's go down. Your first one is the Mermaid's Treasure cage pendant. So if I get this focused for you. So it is the mermaid there, and then she's going to be lifting up the pearl. It looks like it's above her head, and then that pearl will obviously sit in that cage up there, and you can see the pearl all around the pearl. Now the mermaid's hair comes down this side, links with her tail down the bottom there. So the first one is the Mermaid's Treasure cage pendant. And the second one is the spider cage pendant. So again, this is the silver spider. We saw the other spider cage pendant earlier. This is the all silver spider. So the pearl sits in the belly of this spider. Again, it holds 1 pearl. And then you've got the legs, which all come out in the different angles, as do the spiders. So 2, like I said, quite different cage pendants here in themselves. Oh, let's do it the other way around. There we go. Which one would you like? The Mermaid's Treasure or the spider? Mermaid's Treasure, perfect. Let me bring you back up. And Mr. Spider, you're going back in the bag there. So Lindsay, with your Mermaid's Treasure, you have 1 oyster opening with that one. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? So there she is in the bag. Sorry, I just asked Aaron for a tea and he came up to the window and went, surprise and donate, Lindsay. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? So, surprise oyster. Let's get this open. And let's go down. So, in here, there's one side and the other side. You have a lavender, Lindsay. Lavender is perfect for the mermaid. So lavender is a darker lilac purple. So Aaron named this one. So it's not a light lilac, but it's not a dark purple. It's a gorgeous sort of darker shade of lilac, which, like as I say, Aaron named lavender. What do you think to this one, my lovely? I hope you're happy with him. if I run him through the board for you as well, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7. Lovely, perfect. So if I bring you back up here, Lindsay, I do hope you're happy with that, my lovely, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. Thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells, and that's safe up there for you. Okay, perfect. Now up next we have our mystery person. So I hope that that's still here. Mystery person. I'm looking for Bronnie Van Leer. Bronnie, are you here? I have, Pat. I've been trying since February, so we're getting there slowly. Yeah, very slowly, but yeah, it's coming off. Bronnie, wow, what? Hello, Bronnie. Hello, hello, hello. So I have a message for you. It says, it's a gift to make the life a little bit easier and fill it with happiness from me to you. A big hug sending from Germany to New Zealand. Jutta. So I'll read that again. It's a gift to make life a little bit easier and fill it with happiness from me to you. A big hug sending from Germany to New Zealand, Jutta. And Jutta has gotten you a Lucky Dip cage pendant, Bronnie. Oh, I'm ever so sorry. Now, Jutta was here a moment ago, so I'm hoping she's still here. And yeah, a Lucky Dip cage pendant. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give them a mix for you first, Bronnie. And then I don't know if you've seen, but what happens is I'm going to pull 2 cage pendants out. And then I'm going to describe each of them to you. You get to pick which one cage pendant you would like, and then the other one goes back in the bag. And then the one that you picked is yours. Okay, so it's quite simple. You just get to pick what one you would like out of these 2. Okay. So we've got 2 animal themed cage pendants here. Let me pop them on here for you. Again, 2 quite different, quite quirky cages here. So I hope you're going to be happy with at least one of them, Bronnie. Let's pop this on there. So there's one. Yes, just so you're here. Perfect. And number 2. So let's go down so you can choose. Cage pendant number 1, and this is the gorgeous unicorn cage pendant. So you can see it's the unicorn's head. You've got the horn coming up. It's got a little crystal for his eye. And then you can see that the mane comes down the back. This cage pendant does hold one pearl. It sits right in the centre there, and you can see there's lots of surface area of that pearl that is going to be seen. So that's the unicorn. Excuse me. And then cage pendant number 2, and this is the Peacock cage pendant. Now this one has got so much detail. So you can definitely see the feathers are spraying out behind the peacock there. And then you can see in the front the peacock head coming up. Now behind the head you can see that crisscross of the feathers, and that's where your pearl is going to be shown through. So if I turn it around, you can see this is the cage here where your pearl is going to be sitting. So it sits right in the centre. You could wear the cage pendant around this way, so it had that sort of rays of feathers at the back with the pearl in the centre, or you could turn it around and have the pearl shining coming through from behind the peacock's head there. Okay, so 2 animal cage pendants, 2 quite different in themselves. Like I say, a little bit quirky in each one. Bronnie, I hope you're happy with them. Which one would you like? The peacock, perfect. So if I bring you back up, the peacock is yours and the unicorn is going back in the bag. So with the peacock then, that comes with 1 oyster opening. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Tea time. Thank you ever so much, Bab. Good boy. Use words with him.
He needs to learn hand gestures.
He does know hand gestures.
Well, he's not distracted by you.
I wasn't distracting him, I said good boy. I said good boy, and Rafiki turned around to come back to me. But he's not allowed in here. Or no, he is allowed in here, but whilst on the live, he shouldn't be in here without, obviously because I can't give him the attention he wants, so it's not fair on him. Donate and Easter bag, any left? Yes, it's the surprise bag. It's got the mix of all of them. So let's get him open. No, Ghostface hasn't come out today yet, Karen. He's still in there. He hasn't been picked yet. But again, he hasn't come out yet today. So maybe he's just not feeling it. A little bit shy, possibly. Right, let's go down. Bronnie, is there a certain colour you're hoping for? With these lucky dips, there is no pearl colour swaps with these. Okay, so there's one side and the other side. And oh, in here, Bronnie, you are quadding. Lots of pearls there. There's no more in that one. So if you wanted to, you do have all of these to swap in and out of that cage pendant. Hoping for yellow. We do have a yellow here. And actually, there's been quite a few yellows, especially twins that have come out today already. So here you have a bright pink, a coral, a silvery purple, and a brighter lemon yellow. So if I bring them up so you can have a closer look. Bright pink, coral, silvery purple, and yellow. What do you think to these? If I run them through the board, your pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And the yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. What do you think to those? Love them. Bless you. And I'm glad you're happy with them. And thank you to just, yes, of course. I'll see if I can add that message in as well, just so you have that, Bronnie, because sometimes little messages like that, I don't know if you're like me, but I like to keep little things like that, so then I can look back if I'm having a down day. And sometimes just a nice little message, even if it's like it's from someone from a different, like across, far away from you, just can bring you up sometimes, can't it? So I'll make a note here to include that message in as well, my lovely. So Bronnie, I hope you're happy with that, and of course we'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Thank you, of course, for donating with your shells, and that's safe up there for you. Okay, and up next then today is Kelly Peck. Kelly, are you here? Kelly, hello. Kelly, you also have a lucky cage pendant dip. So I'm just mixing them up for you. I've got hiccups now, what's going on? And Kelly, you'd like a surprise oyster and to donate your shells. That's perfect. I'll grab that for you in just a moment. So we're going to go through the cages first. So cage pendant number 1. Is that 1? It is 1. And cage pendant number 2. Now, the reappearance for the 3rd time today. Can anyone guess who's popped out again? Let's pop him on here. And then cage pendant number 2 as well. Let's pop him on here as well. Okay, so making an appearance for a 3rd time today. Yep, Linda Echo, you are correct. It is Mr. Seahorse. He's come out again today. So again, I will just go through him. Overall, he is a seahorse. He does hold 1 pearl. He's got a crystal eye at the top there. The pearl sits right in the belly of Mr. Seahorse there. Okay, so he is your first choice, Kelly. And then choice number 2 is the quite unusual one, which I do believe I'm going to be changing the name of on the website. On the website, this is called the Horn Cage Pendant. Now, this holds 1 pearl and it actually sits at the bottom here, there. So it's got lots of detail. Now, I believe I called it the horn because if you look at it this way, or even this way, should I say, it does look like it's a horn that you sort of blow like but it could also be like a hat or a pixie shoe, if you can see there. Kelly, you would like the seahorse. Oh, I love that. Mr. Seahorse has a home. He was determined and he is going to his new home. Perfect. Let's pop the horn shoe, we should say. We're going to change it to the pixie shoe, I think, back in there. And Mr. Seahorse is yours. So, surprise oyster, donate your shells. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for, Kelly? And in here. So, let's go down. Your surprise oyster. He kept popping up. There's one side. Hoping for apple green. And the other side. Oh, he's not apple green, but he's close. You have a lemon yellow there. There's no more in that one. What do you think to a yellow, let me try that again. Yellow lemon. Lemon yellow. I was at the Sea Life Centre in Birmingham yesterday and I looked at the seahorses and yeah, yellow is a very apt colour for it. She loves yellow as well. Oh, that's perfect. I'm glad she likes it, Kelly. If I run them through the board, your yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He is a 6.5. Kelly, I'm glad everyone's happy with that there. Let me pop them on here. Thank you again for the donations with your shells. That's safe up there, and I hope you'll be happy with everything. She has a fair few pearls now, and she doesn't have a yellow. Boom! Over the moon. You're very welcome. And then with those pearls, you're going to be able to change them around in that cage pendant, so you can have fun picking which one you'd like to change it into that day as well. So I hope you are both happy once it arrives, Kelly. Okay. And up next today is Paula Mcgee. Paula, are you here? We've got 3 people on the order list, so if anybody would like to order, there is space available for today and it won't be too long a wait at all. Paula, hello, hello, hello. Paula, you have a lucky cage pendant dip as well. Let me just get the link for these earrings. Now, these earrings, the ones I'm about to pop in the chat are called the Star Hoop earrings. Now, these are the ones which I'm wearing today. Mine have got a heart on them, but the star ones, which I just put the link there, are the exact same ones, apart from they've got the star and then I've got the heart. So the heart ones are discontinued at the moment, yes, but the stars are exactly the same. It's just a different shape on the front there. I hope that helps. So, surprise bag, keep the shells, Paula. Of course you can. What we're going to do is we're going to pull your cage pendant out first, and then we'll open up the oyster after that, if that's okay. So let me just give these all a good mix for you, my lovely. Okay, so, oh, is that one? Yeah, I think that's one. Yeah, one. Oh, I dropped them all. And 2. Ooh. Now, one of these, this one, definitely hasn't come out yet at all. And the other one, I think, has come out once on another night. It hasn't come out tonight yet. Okay, so let me pop these on here. So the the first one is the side butterfly cage pendant. So you can see the butterfly's body and antennae coming up here, and then the wings of the butterfly is where the pearl sits. So the pearl sits in the wings up here. So the pearl then becomes the colours of the wings. So this is the side butterfly cage pendant. As you can see, it does hold 1 pearl there. So that's the first choice. The second choice is the football cage pendant. So yeah, it's brilliant. So it is a football. The black spaces have got a black enamel coating on them, and then the clear spaces is where you'd see your pearl shining through. So it's round, and then it's got all the football hexagons. Is it hexagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. No, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pentagon. Oh, I'm confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, okay, so the clear ones have 6 and the black ones have 5 sides. I never knew that was different on a football. Wow, I thought they all had 6 sides, but no. I mean, on real footballs, does anyone know? Do they all have 6 sides, or are they like this and have 6 and a 5? How strange. Can you have the butterfly, Paula? Of course you can. Oh, Alison, bless you. Thank you for these stars there. That's very kind of you. Jutta, I'm glad you're feeling great. That's really, really good news. So you would like the butterfly, Paula, which means the football is going back in the bag and the butterfly is yours. So going back to what you said before, you would like a surprise oyster and you would like to keep your shells. Is there a certain colour pearl that you're hoping for? So let's just pull one out here for you. And let's go down. So your surprise oyster there's one side and the other side. Does it have 6 and 5, Maureen? I never knew that. Okay, so I can actually see a slight peeper here, Paula. And we have, oh, you are twinning. Now, I know you said you was hopeful for a dark green. There's no more in there. You are twinning with coral twins here. Now, visually, they definitely look like they're different sizes and shades of coral. So you've got a darker, larger coral, and then a visually lighter, slightly smaller coral as well. So if I hold them up so you can see, beautiful coral shades there. What do you think to these, Paula? I hope you're happy with... Oh, you'd like to keep your shells. I'm going to grab it back and clean it up in just a second. Darker coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the lighter coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. So they are measuring different sizes there. I hope you're happy with those. Let me just bring you back up so I can grab your shells back. Ever so sorry. Thank you, Vicky. It's actually a jumpsuit, which I'm still a bit funny about wearing. It's my first one, if you like, and it's the same pattern or design, same print the whole way down the jumpsuit. So again, yeah, I don't normally wear print and I don't wear all-in-ones, so it's a first for me. But I've worn it all day and it's worked out okay, so yeah. The darker one in the butterfly, of course you can, Paula. So I've just cleaned up your shells here, so let me wrap these up as well. And with the cage pendant at home, you are going to be able to change the pearl around if you would like to as well. And then if you have any pearls in the future, or if you've got any at home, you'll be able to swap and change those around as well. But let me just write down, so darker coral, I'll pop in there to start with for you. Thank you, Vicky. So let me just pop in these in here, Paula, and I've wrapped up the shells as well there. Okay, so I've popped this all on here for you. I hope you'll be happy with everything, Paula, then once it arrives, and that's all safe in there for you. No, you're very, very welcome, my lovely. And pop that on there. Okay. Exactly, with the cage pendants, just swapping and changing the pearls around. It's one of the reasons I we have such a large range of cage pendants. It's because I just love it that you can then, like I say, edit it, change it at home. Right, up next today is Debra Ingham. Debra, are you here? Debs, hello, hello, hello. You have a lucky cage pendant dip as well. Give me just a second. Ever so sorry, Debs. Let me just... Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. Yes. Okay, perfect. So, Debs, let me give these a mix for you. How long's the lucky dip on for? There's only a certain amount available, Joanne. So we're not restocking this, which means that no matter how many goes you have a go at, if that makes sense, you won't get the same cage pendants. So there's only one of each one's in here. We're not restocking. So it's sort of as long as it lasts for, if that makes sense. So definitely tonight and Tuesday's live, and then we'll see what it's like from there. So 1 and 2 with your cages here, Debs. Now, one of these came out near the start of the live, and the other one is its first appearance from the bag completely. Okay, so let's pop these on here for you. So the one which came out near the start of the live, let's go down, is the camera cage pendant. So again, if I hold it this way, you'll be able to see it more clearly. So your pearl sits in the lens of the cage there, of the camera, and you can see the pearl all the way around the lens and definitely down the centre. Then you've got that detailing at the back with the camera. So that's the camera cage pendant to start with. And then moving on to your second one, and this is the graduate penguin. I love him. So overall he is a penguin, and he's got the swirly whirly belly here. If I just turn him around, he is the same on the, same on the reverse side, just looking a different way. So he's double-sided, this one here. So his belly has got that gorgeous design, and that's where your pearl will be sitting, and you see the pearl colour in his belly there. Now Mr. Penguin is wearing a graduate hat there. So you've got the penguin or the camera. What do you think, Debs? Which one would you like? Can you have the penguin? Of course you can. Oh, let me bring you back up and we'll pop the camera back in the bag. So with your Mr. Penguin, which type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? So that's the camera back in the bag. And then let's pop your penguin in here. Surprise and donate the shells. Perfect. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for with this one then, Debs? So let's get him open for you. And then let's go down. So your surprise oyster there's one side. Oh, and the other side. And in here you are quadding. Oh, flesh is coming right away there. So there's no pearls on that side. And let me just squidge these out. So 2, 3 and 4. And then if we have a squidge in there, there's no more in that one. Debra, you have got quadding oyster. So you've got your 4 pearls, which you're going to be able to swap and change around in that cage pendant. Lemon yellow, apple green, so a lemon and a lime, a beautiful bright burgundy red, and a brighter pink as well. What do you think to these? Yes, Laura, hoop fitting, my lovely. If I run these through the board for you, Debra, your lemon yellow is not a 5. Oh, run away. Not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Apple green's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Burgundy red's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And your bright pink's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5 as well. I hope you're happy with those, my lovely. Bring you back up here. And if I pop these in here for you, Debs. Can you have the red in the pendant? Of course you can. I'll make that note for you. So red in there. Perfect. Debs, I hope you'll be happy with that then. And happy with everything once it arrives. Thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells as well. And I have just popped that up there safely for you, okay? Perfect. No, Debs, you're very, very welcome. Okay, and up next today is Selena Hodges. Selena, are you here? Sorry, just drinking my tea before it goes cold. Selena, hello, hello, hello. You also have a lucky cage pendant dip. So, let's give these a mix. And then if I dive in and pull your 2 out. Which one? Is that one? No, I think, is that one? Yeah, that's one. And 2. Let's pop the runaway back in there. Okay. Oh, you have got these 2. Oh, these 2 are linked, if you like. Let me show you. So this is for me, this is a hard decision. And one of them has come out tonight already. So I'd like trying to give you guys like little hints before I show you. Your first one is Ollie the Owl. Now we did see him earlier. You can see him holding his broomstick, standing on a twig with his hat. So you do have enamel colouring in the hat, the eyes and the broom. So blue, black, white and brown. Your pearl sits in the belly of the owl. He does hold 1 pearl. And you see, like I said, the colour through the belly there. So this is Ollie the Owl as your first cage pendant there. And then moving on to cage pendant number 2. And you have the witch's cat cage. So you can see here, your witch's cat. And again, he's wearing a hat. He doesn't have the enamel colouring. And with this one, if I turn it around, the pearl actually sits in the cat's head up here. Okay, so you see the pearl colour in the cat's face. So if I pop my gloves behind, you can see the pearl colour in his eyes there. Okay, so it then brings out the eyes. So you've got the witch's cat and Ollie the owl. Which one would you like? What do you think? Ollie the owl. It is a hard choice. I hope it's a hard choice because you like both of them, hopefully. But Ollie the owl is yours. And let me just put the cat back in the bag. So with the owl, then you get one oyster opening. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Hello. Welcome to everybody joining. Surprise and donate the shells for you as well. Okay, Selena, is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? So your surprise oyster, and let's go down. So in here there's one side and the other side. Oh, you've got a two-tonal purple pearl there. There's no more in that one. Now I say he's two-tonal purple because I think he's got lighter and darker purple shades as you go around the pearl. Now you can definitely see purple already, but let me just show you that two-tonalness as we move around the pearl here. So, oh, it's only just slightly, but it's almost like it's lighter and brighter. I hope you can see that there. What do you think to this one, Selena? He is lovely, and I love that in Ollie the Owl as well, because the purple and the blue are going to go beautifully together. Your purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. What do you think to that? Stunning? No, you're very welcome, and I'm glad you love it there. Thank you for the donations with your shells, and I'm just popping him on here for you. So, Lena, I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives as well. Now I'm going to do a verbal updated order list next, guys. So again, if you would like to order, there is space available for today. Let me just refresh this before I do the updated order list. No, I think I've printed everything out. Perfect. So the verbal list is, up next is Echo Hughes, and then we have Emma Abson and Chantel Dixon. Okay, so 3 of you on the order list now. So if you would like to order, it's not too long a wait. Don't think you'll have him for long before one of your girls pinch him. Oh, oh, bless you, Selena. Well, I hope you and your girls will be happy with him then. especially, like I said, with the purple and the blue, it's going to be lovely. And then if you have any pearls at home, or if you get any in the future, you'll be able to swap those around as well. Perfect. Up next then, Echo Hughes. Now Echo, I saw you a moment ago, so hopefully you're still here. This top's just rising. Hang on. Oh, too low. Sorry. There we go. Echo, hello, hello, hello. So you have a lucky dip as well. Let me give them a mix again for you. So good luck, my lovely. There's one. And two. Just putting the runaways back in. Oh, now both of these have come out today. Oh, Echo. Now these ones, the one that's just come out is this one here. And this is the witch. Witch's cat. So you can see him there. So he did just come out. And then the second one is the horn cage pendant. So again, we saw this one earlier. So if I hold him up so you can see the horn cage pendant there. So again, it could be a pixie boot, it could be a hat. And again, both of them hold one pearl. So the pearl in this one sits towards the bottom and the colour comes through here. And with the cat, the colour comes through the top of the cage. You would like the horn cage pendant, Echo. Perfect. So let me pop the cat back on there for you. Back in the bag even. And then with the horn cage pendant, you've got one opening there. So what type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? You're going to have to see about the cat. The cat is lovely. It is. He's come out twice now today, though. Surprise and keep the shells for you, Echo. Now, is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? Oh, that's annoying. So, your surprise oyster. Let's dive in. Okay, and let's go down. So, with your surprise oyster, there's one side, and the other side, and in here you are twinning. And you're twinning with black cherry twins here, my lovely. Oh, they are gorgeous. There's no more in that one, so let me just take the flesh off here for you. What do you think to these twinning black cherry twins? They're gorgeous, deep red cherry colour. One does look like he's slightly brighter than his twin there. And if I run these through the board for you, my lovely, the slightly darker of the two, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the slightly brighter of the two is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So they're measuring slightly different sizes there, and slightly different colours as well. I hope you're happy with that one, Echo, my lovely. So I'm just wrapping up the shells for you. Perfect. And if I pop this on here, you're very, very welcome. Again, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. And that's all safe up there for you. Okay, and up next today is Emma Abson. Emma, are you here? Echo, you're very, very welcome, my lovely. Yep, let me just refresh the website. I have had an order come in, my lovely. So yep, I can add that on to today. That's not a problem. Just opening it so I can print it off for you. And Emma, hello. Emma, you have got 2 openings altogether. What 2 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Sorry, I'm just printing this off here. There we go. Perfect. Surprise and donate the shells, you can indeed. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for, Emma? So oyster number 1 and number 2. So there's 1 and 2, and then let's go down. So oyster number 1 from the surprise bag. There's one side and the other side, and in here I can see 2, 3 and 4. Emma, your first oyster, and you are quadding, and there's no more in that one. So quadding here, let me dry these up for you. Now with these, you can actually, these ones we can swap the pearls with. So at the end, if you're not happy, we can swap them, okay? So you've got a bright pink, a apple green, a black cherry, and a brighter yellow. Bright pink, apple green, black cherry, and brighter yellow. And then moving on to oyster number 2, which again is your surprise bag oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here you have a brighter pink. And there's no more in that one. Emma, what do you think to all of these? I'm going to need to know which 2 colours you'd like on your jewellery. And if you're happy with these, let me know which 2. If not, we can swap them. So top row, bright pink, apple green, black cherry, bright yellow. And then the bottom row, you've got that bright pink as well. If I run them through the board, the yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Your black cherry is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. The apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. And the pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And then the single pink is not a 5, not a 5.5. Oh, he's a runaway, sorry. Not a 6. He's a 6.5 as well. So the pinks are measuring the same size there. They're just slightly different shades, but there's not a lot in it at all. Of course we can. So swap the bright pink for a matching yellow. Let me see what I can do. And then I'm guessing it's yellow that you'd like on the jewellery. Is that correct? Boom. Look at that. Let me hold that up so you can see. Are you happy with that there? And if so, is it the yellow you'd like on the jewellery? I'm just taking the pink away. And let me just write that down. So we're going to have yellow on there. Perfect, and I'm glad you're happy with it. So I've got that down for you. Thank you for the donations of your shells, Emma. And I'm just popping, there we go, that's your pearls on there. So I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. And that's safe up there for you. Okay, and up next today is Chantel Dixon. Chantel, are you here? Chantel, hello. Surprise and keep the shells, not a problem. You've got the lucky cage dip, so we'll do the dip first, then we'll grab the oyster afterwards, if that's okay. So to start with, we're just going to give these a mix. And then there's 1. And 2. Oh, okay. So again, 2 completely different cages here. I think this is the first time that both of them are coming out. So they haven't been out of the bag yet. And again, they're both quite unique in their own right. So I'm hoping you're going to like them. Or like one of them, Chantel. Okay, I'm a little bit nervous actually for this one. Am I making you nervous? First one. Now this is number 1 mum cage pendant. Okay, so again, it's going to be backwards. You're seeing the mirror image. This is a heart overall, and then it's got little hearts bordering the main heart. It holds 1 pearl, and that sits right in the centre. Then we have the hashtag number 1. So number 1 then it says mum, and the mum in the centre is the love heart. The pearl sits in the centre and comes through the wording there. Okay, so that's number 1 mum cage. And then number 2 is the witch cage pendant. There's been a few Halloween themed cages today, hasn't there? So this is the witch. Now I'm just going to try hold it where you don't have to see the reflection. So it's the witch silhouette flying on her broom, and you have a couple of black enamel details here. So in the broom, on her face, in her hat, and just dotted around to give it that extra texture. And the pearl, again, it holds 1 pearl, sits behind the witch and flashes through. So almost, I like to think she's like passing the moon, which can also be multiple colours because she is a witch. So witch and the mum. Oh, drops down there. And you would like the mother one. Perfect. I hope you're happy with him, and I hope you know what I mean. They're both unique in their own ways, these two. So let me pop Mrs. Witch back in there. Number 1 mum is yours, and you'd like the surprise bag and to keep your shells. So would there be a certain colour that you're hoping for, my lovely? Get him open. And let's go down. So in here, there's one side and the other side. And you have a lavender. So again, a lavender is a bright lilac purple. So it's darker purple than the lilac purples, but is lighter than the bright purples, if that makes sense. So gorgeous shade of purple here. Let me just clean up the shells for you. What do you think to this purple? And that will be in your number 1 mum cage. You love it. Oh, perfect. I'm glad you're happy with him. If I run him through the board for you, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. Chantel, I'm glad you're happy with him, my lovely. Just going to wrap your shells up. And if I pop your name on here for you. Okay, so I hope you'll be happy, my lovely, once it arrives. I've wrapped up your shells as well, and that's safe up there for you. Perfect. Oh, we're going to carry on because we do still have openings, but I just wanted to do a quick announcement. So we are live on Wednesday this week for our monthly charm deal. So the live dates this week are Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday and Sunday. So the Wednesday monthly charm deal though is slightly different. Oh, Chantel, bless you. You're very, very welcome. Yeah, it's slightly different this month because normally with the monthly charm deal, if I do a quick explanation, it's a discounted price for the charm. You don't know what charm it is. Everybody gets the same charm sent to them. So you come on and you have on the Wednesday and you have your live oyster opening. You can change the pearl colour if you wanted to. And the hook is you don't know what charm is arriving until it arrives. Okay. Now the difference this week is it's all the same. You don't know what charm it is. You're still going to have to pick your pearl and your pearl colours. However, the charm this month, so May's charm, holds 2 pearls. So everybody with the monthly charm deal will have 2 oyster openings. Now it's the same price because it's the discounted price, and obviously once it's past that date, the price will go up to what price it will normally be. But yeah, so everyone who's booked in for the monthly charm deal, you get 2 oyster openings this month, and both pearls go on the charm. Okay, so yeah, just wanted to let everybody know. I'll see if I can remember to post about that as well. Right, up next today is Laura Nelson. Laura, are you here? Now, Laura, I saw a moment ago, so hopefully you're still here, my lovely. Laura, hello. Laura, you have got 1 opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, that snuck up on me. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? What do you think? Like to donate the shells, and you're after a deep green or a bluey pink colour, so you don't know which type of oyster you choose. Okay, so bluey pink, like a purpley colour. So what we have is we've got the surprise bag, which is a mix of all the colours. So if you prefer to just have the risk and sort of go for it, I'd say go for the surprise bag. With this one, you can swap the pearl at the end. So if you're not happy with the one that comes out, we can swap it. Other than that, we've got the dark rainbow coloured bag, which for a deep green, I think is the next bag to definitely pick if you don't want to go for the surprise one. So dark rainbow coloured bag, lighter rainbow coloured bag, normal naturals bag, and the surprise bag. So I would say either the dark rainbow or the surprise bag, and that's up to you, my lovely. I am in the UK, Sharon. I'm in Northamptonshire, and if you'd like to order, you can do so on our website. You can find the link above. If not, I'll pop it in here. It's www.pearlswithbrecken.com. Darker one, perfect, Laura. So fingers crossed for a deeper sort of greeny colour. So this is the new rainbow bag, which is the darker rainbow. So if we get him open for you, and you would like to donate your shells, and let's go down. So in here, I do ship to New Zealand. Yes, I do ship internationally. There's one side. And the other side, and in here you have a grape purple, Laura, and there's no more in that one. So you have a grape purple here. Now I'm going to dry him up and hold him up so you can see. Like I said though, if you're not happy with this one, we can swap him for you. Dark green wise, I've got sea green, seaweed green and dark olive green. If I run this purple one through the board for you, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He is a 6.5. But of course, Laura, if you're happy with this one as well, that's absolutely perfect. So it's completely up to you. Of course you can. I'm just going to move the purple to the side. So, green, green, green. Now the sea green and the seaweed green, there's not a lot in it and the camera can't always pick up the difference just because with the lighting, when it gets dark and the natural light is gone, it's slightly harder to tell the difference. But I'm going to grab them both out and then you can see. So that's sea green, seaweed green, and then we've got this darker olive green. Okay, so I'm going to just number them for you. So we've got number 1, which is sea green, number 2, which is seaweed green, and number 3, which is the dark olive green. Are any of those what you're looking for? If so, you can let me know the number if it's easier. So 1, 2, 3. Can you have number 2? Of course you can. So let me just bring you back up. I'm just going to put the other ones back away. And number 2 is yours, and I'll pop that one on the jewellery for you, okay? And let me take the purple away. Perfect. Laura. Do I still have forest green? Forest greens, I don't have the pot for forest green next to me, and forest greens don't come out as often now. So we do, but I don't have them now, if that makes sense. There's a pearl on my tray. I've got bits of shell on the tray, if that counts. That's just a piece of wet kitchen towel. It just stops this tray here from slipping around. If that makes sense. Right, so Laura, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you, my lovely. Right, up next then today is Selena Hodges. Selena, are you here? Now, Selena, you were definitely here earlier, so I do believe that you'll still be here, fingers crossed. Oh, bless you, Laura. No, you're very, very welcome. And I do try and get the colours that everyone's sort of hoping for, so we do try. And I'm glad it's the colour that you was looking for, my lovely. And Selena, hello, hello, hello. Selena, you have a cage dip, so let's dive in. I'm just going to give them a mix again. Okay, so let's dive in for your 2. 1 and 2. No, I didn't miss one. Oh, okay, so you've got 2 which haven't come out tonight at all. One of them has come out previously on another night. One of them, it's its first showing. Okay, so haven't seen either of them tonight. Let's pop this in here. So let's go down for cage number 1. So cage number 1 is the apple cage pendant. This one opened up slightly differently. This one does open up from the side of the apple. So you just find the crease, you open it up, you pop your pearl in there, and you make sure it's like a double click closed. So you make sure it's double clicked closed, and then your pearl goes in the center of the apple there. And as you can see, lots of exposure, so you can see the color of the pearl there. You've got your stalk and then the detail of the leaf at the top. Again, this is a double-sided cage pendant, so you can wear it either way round. So that's your choice number 1, is the apple. Choice number 2 is the True Love cage pendant. So this True Love cage pendant has a base of a silver, all of it, every cage is 95 silver. But you've got this silver heart which comes down and round. Then you've almost got this mimic, like this double lined of this sided heart, and that's encrusted with zircon crystals. You've then got a rose coloured rose coming up and entwining through the layers of the heart there. Now with this one, your pearl sits in the centre, and again it shines through behind the flower petals there. Okay, so you've got the True Love cage pendant and you've got the apple cage pendant. What do you think, Selena? Which one would you like? What do you think? Oh, everyone's saying they love the heart and then they love the apple. We're kind of split from what I can see. Can you have the True Love, please? Of course you can. As you think it's perfect, as we have just found out. Oh, wow. Congratulations, Selena. Oh, bless you. Congratulations. You must be so happy with that news. Oh. Well, I'm just popping the apple back in there, and the heart is yours. So what type of oyster would you like to go with that one? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Do you think? Lots of congratulations going on there. I love that. Surprise and donate. Okay. So is there a certain colour you're hoping for with this one at all? And let's go down. So your surprise oyster there's one side and the other side, And in here you have a burgundy red pearl there, and there's no more in that one. Blue would be nice. We do have a burgundy red here, so this could be the red for the heart possibly, so red with the love. Let me hold him up so you can have a look. Quite a nice deep red there, almost a black cherry. What do you think to this one, my lovely? Kelly, we do still have the mystery bag, yes. We're just out of stock with the mystery oysters at the moment. They are on their way to me, so as soon as they're here, I can top them up and then the bag will be back again. So if I run this through the board, he's not a 5, not a 5.5. Oh, he's not a 6, he's a 6.5. And you're happy with that one, Selena? Perfect. Popping that pearl in here and then on here as well. Again, congratulations, that's lovely news. Thank you for the donations with your shells, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And I've just popped that up there for you. Oh, I definitely agree, Lee. With the rose gold and the red, it will look beautiful. Okay, perfect. Now I've just refreshed there, and I believe we've come to the end of the order list for today. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching and for joining us today. I really do appreciate it. We're going to be live again on Tuesday for a normal live, Wednesday for the monthly charm dip, and then Friday and Sunday for our normal lives again. So if you'd like to order, join us then. It's Bank Holiday Monday tomorrow for the UK, and all I'll say is keep an eye on the website and on the page for a little something extra. Take care everybody, and I hope you all have a good Monday. Bye.